Hey, I know it's been a while since I've done a video. Got some hair on the top of my head. That's unusual, right? So, the other day I was cleaning up a part of the road and I noticed that the window on the door was vibrating a lot more than it should. So what I did was pushed on it a little bit, and yeah, it seems to have separated. And I don't know if that's in focus or not, but there's tons of rust under there. So my guess is that United Rentals replaced this window at some point, the glass specifically, and they don't do what they need to do. They do what they need to get by, right? So ideally, when they scraped out the gunk for the old one, they'd have wire wheeled this shit, cleaned it up, hit it with some alcohol, primered it, and all that good shit. But they did none of that crap. So it's all fucked up. So here's like scuff marks all along the edges and rubs, and I don't know, maybe they did wire wheel it, but then they failed to go behind it and primer it. So what I'm gonna do is try to clean that up. But first I gotta get the window the rest of the way off because it's still stuck in some places. Alright, so I think my first thing is I need to get this off. Though I'm not entirely sure how that looks. I don't want to flip the door over because of how loose this is. One, I don't want the window sitting on these metal sawhorses. And two, I don't want it to bend and break. That's a whole lot of leverage. So I'm gonna try to go underneath, see if I can find a matching socket. No. What do we got? Oop. That's a whole lot of loose. That's probably about right. Let's see here. All right, so for the Takeuchi TB240, it looks like it was 17 millimeter, and that got us this. We got 17 millimeter plus washer on two sides here. And this is the latch where when you open the door, it goes into the side of the machine and holds it open for you. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so these just kind of pop out. The door was down a little bit. It's really rubbing the edge here, and there's a lot of space on the top where it should have stayed. But with that out of the way, the door should be able to separate just fine. Let's get all these parts off here. Put them up here by you. All right. Next thing, I need to go around now and separate the remaining sealant from the door, I think. Now, I'm not a professional as far as this goes, but worst case scenario, I break the glass and then I buy a new one. I don't like that scenario, so we're going to try not to do that. I really don't like how close that is. I don't know that I'll be able to really get in there because the metal wraps up about yay far. Alright, so separated all the way along here. Looks like this bottom edge is probably going to be my problem location. I should probably lead with I've never done this before. I mean, this spot right here is really attached. I don't want to pry directly on the window. I'm trying to only pry on this sealant. But I can't get on the bottom side of the door. Alright, so this is still attached pretty good. I know, you're looking at like the top of my head and I'm bald, and that's okay. I don't mind being bald. It's not the end of the world. That comes later, I think. Not to break the shit, but who knows? There it goes. This stuff's pretty sturdy for glass. It is tempered safety glass, so at least it's got that going for it. Get these two things out of the way, see if we can lift it up and kind of peel that. go. Now, this goop they've got around it, let's see what we can do there. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Let's see here. So, it just kind of peels out of there. They certainly had a nice rubber mat for this to sit on. And now you can see clearly all that rust that was in there, and that's what separated this window from the frame. They apparently wire wheeled that, definitely wire wheeled that, and did not prime it afterwards or paint it or any damn thing. They didn't even try, basically. You'd think as much as these machines cost, they would give half a shit when they're doing work to machines that they're renting to people, but I guess they just needed it to get back on the job, and paint's just not a requirement. All right, that's pretty stuck there. Let's see. My arm on the receiving end of that blade. I don't have time for the doctor's office, you know what I mean? All right, so this portion's sort of done. I still got to go back. I want to clean this up better, but I want to get like a scraping tool like you would use on your windshield to take a sticker off, and clean that off a whole lot better. And then before we put it back on here after we've wire wheeled and primered everything, I'm also going to want to clean this with alcohol or something so we get rid of any dirt and oils and stuff like that. So we got to get this window out of the way. I'll be right back. All right, so now we got to go about cleaning this shit up. Not a lot of this residual left on here, but I got to get this rust out of here so I can prime it. And for that, brass wire wheel. Again, I'm not a professional. Maybe you don't think I should use the brass wire wheel. I don't know, but that's what I'm using. I figure at the end of the day, this will work. My neighbor's dog is losing his mind, apparently. There we go. Dump all that shit in the tool bag area. Let's see what we can do with you. Oh, I don't think any of these are the ones I need for the impact drill I brought because I was being lazy, but I do have another drill, so I should go get it. And we'll try with that one. Alright, I had a step bit in there. I don't reckon I need the step bit. Put that down there with step brother and sister and grab this. Don't worry, y'all. I have my safety squints and my safety flip-flops and my safety PJ pants. So I think we're pretty safe so far. I guess now I should put the goddamn battery in it, shouldn't I? Wouldn't want to go in reverse. That'll put the rust back on, won't it? Maybe I should put it on different settings. God damn, my battery said it had 3/4 of life. Now it's saying it's dead, so. Well, that was short-lived, wasn't it? I don't know if I have another battery. We're gonna have to look. See if I have one charged. And turn y'all off for a moment. Alright, I went to my neighbor's and he's loaned me a drill with a battery. So we'll use his. Let's try one of them cup drills. Guess my wife and mother-in-law are going to get some packages. give her a light cleaning for now. Yeah, you can see here where they use probably a grinder with a wire wheel or something like that, a flap disc, I don't know. And they cleaned it up, but then they just left it bare metal. Some rubber still attached here. Get the razor and get that. lot of rust done built up. God damn. Alright, so that's decently clean for the moment. Let's see if we can get something to wipe it. I'll be right back. Alright, for later, I got some isopropyl alcohol, 91%. That'll help me clean her up for the primer. But first, let's get the bulk of it off. Ideally, I would have an air compressor right now. Maybe this edge. I don't even know if y'all can see that from where you're at. Maybe I should have got more of these towels. I mean, it really chewed up this metal. I still got stuff sticking up instead of digging down. Well, that's cleaner than it was. Try a different wheel here. Let's go back to our starter wheel. God damn it, this bag ain't in the way. Okay, so light's done got away from me. I need to wipe this off and hit it with some primer, I think. Find us a cleaner spot. Well, it was clean. Try a new clean spot. That's doing okay for the moment. And she's dirty again. All right, so probably good enough for government work. Let's get this off here. Ain't never been opened, has it? that's going well, isn't it? Got it all in my damn flip-flop. Put the lid back on, yeah. Man, my ragar fucked it up. Now, the right thing to do would be to tape off like the door handle and shit, but I'm not gonna do that. All right. What am I using? I am using, okay, so ran out of battery. As I was saying, U-Pole Fantastic Sandable Primer. All-purpose spray paint. Fills imperfections, prevents rust. Interior, exterior. I got this shit at O'Reilly's. Don't know if it's any fucking good. I guess I'll find out. It's better than no paint. Wow, that's a wide spray. It comes on thick, doesn't it? And it's got some air in it. That's nice. This is probably the worst spray painting job I've ever done in my life. Might as well make the whole fucking door gray, right? Well, quite a bit of overspray in there, or yeah, probably is in this groove right here. The fuck you want from me? I'm not a damn artist. Anyway, this will protect it a whole lot better, and we'll check on it tomorrow, I guess, and see how she did. Ideally, I would take this door hardware out and spray paint, but I ain't got time for that shit. I'm not a perfectionist in that regards. Let's get here. I can still see some rust. We still want the handle to be chrome, right? I haven't decided. Had to clean that fucking key up. Keyhole. Good enough for government work, right? That shit is drying hella quick. I'm getting all kind of shit on the paint job. Anyway, we can come back and paint this black later. For now, I just want it to not be rust. Okay, that's all we're doing today. We'll call that a wrap. I know it's dark outside, probably hard to fucking see anything. Okay, so all primered. Now we got to clean the glass up a little bit. Brought some extra towels this time, brought 2. Whereas before I brought 1, my mistake. But I don't know that I'll need to. The disposable roll of towels that are actually quite nice. You can just wash these and use them again too if you wanted. They're not as durable as normal ones, but bought us a nice cheap scraper that we can use to clean up the glass. All these edges it's leaving. I mean, if I turn the daggum thing around, I reckon, because it starts with the blade pointed the wrong way. Let me find something to flip this. Okay. You'll notice I have a different pair of PJs on today. These are my other pair of safety PJs. I don't believe that I needed as much safety today, so I changed. I say as I handle the razor blade. Alright, try that again. Oh yeah, getting all the crud up. See, this is that shit I was talking about, it being too close to the bottom. It's got the sealant and rust on the edge of the glass on the bottom half of it. This is what went down here, where it was just sitting up against that lip. Put our safety cap on, because everybody knows that razor blade can't go through that rubber. Alright, that's a whole lot better. Mating surface. Some spots that still have a little bit of residue left over. From the old adhesive. More proper-ish wash, yeah. Smelling like a doctor's office in here. Okay. It was a little dirty, I'd say. Let's move this for a second. These things Alright, now we got this fucker to deal with, yeah? Seems pretty clean to me. A little bit of rubber left there. In a couple of places. Nothing I think will affect the overall here. The key point here being there's no bare metal that's immediately going to rust the moment I put this window on there and start using the machine. That's the important part. It's thin metal. Like, I don't understand why they did that, but that's what they did. My wife is concerned about being on camera. I asked her to give me a hand. That she's not turtle enough for the turtle club. Let's use the dry one to get.
What's the turtle club?
It's a joke.
Okay.
People that understand the reference will just understand the reference. People who do not can Google it. Alright, so we're all wiped off and clean and free of oil. Now comes the fun part. I've never used adhesive like this or attached a window to an object, but we're going to do that together. What I do know is, thanks to all the rust pock marks, is approximately where the adhesive needs to go, so that's a plus, right? Anyway, I got one slightly cold bottle and one that's been kept inside since last night. And we'll be using the one that's been kept inside since last night. First, alright, now we just got to cut this thing, right? Let's see, I think my razor blade's inside, so I'm going to leave you with my wife to keep you company, off camera apparently.
Why do you didn't want to mess up your video? It's on the end table by the couch.
Alright. Oh, this does have one of those. I'm going to need that. Let's see, how are we going to abuse this today? Not quite what I envisioned. Yeah, good enough. Put this in here where it's nice and safe. That's probably fine. All right, time to make a fucking mess. Let's do it. There's a big old glob. There's another one. All right. So I reckon that's all she wrote there.
Do you need help?
Hold from the sides. Hold from the sides. Don't put your hand on the mating surface there. Go around that side. There you go. Nice and fucking messy. Just the way I meant for this to go. And definitely could have done that better if I were somebody who did this all the time, but I'm not. So, joke's on not doing that. Alright, let's get this latched on, yeah. Ah, shit in my back. All right, if we remember from yesterday, those are 17 millimeter. Let's see. Yeah, socket's still on there, so that works out. Yeah, I mean, we look to have an even gap all the way around. Alright, now I think I just need to put heavy stuff on there. Let me go find some heavy stuff. Found something heavy. Let's go find something else. Okay, something else heavy. A little hydraulic fluid, yeah? Okay. All right, so we're gonna let this sit and cure, and we're gonna come back later and install the door. We'll see y'all when we're back.
Yeah, you're gonna need to edit.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
What'd you do?
You'll have to find out later. You need help.
Huh?
You need help, I'll help you, but you will have to edit out those 3 seconds.
Those 3 seconds?
Yeah. Anywho.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Did you flash the camera?
No, I flipped it off.
Oh.